This is the fourth video in the series. It's where do we want? You're developing a plan to get from point A to B. In this, it gets a little more analytical, but if you use the 5 numbers that I described before, that is from gross revenues minus cost of goods sold or service provided, and gross margin less total operating expense pre-tax profit, and you arrive at whatever your current number is. We talked about 10% pre-tax profit as point A, and then you do that again as and where you expect to be or where you'd like to be, and you use those 5 components: gross revenues minus cost of goods sold or service provided, gross margin less total operating expense pre-tax profit out in the future sometime, and your number there is call it 25% pre-tax profit, or an improvement from 10% to 25%. Then you go back and look at those components and see what the difference is. Let's use an example. Point A, you have for every dollar of sales, say you have 60 cents on the dollar, or 60% cost of goods sold, which leaves your gross margin of 40 cents, 40 cents on the dollar. From that, say that you have 30 cents in total operating expense, it leaves you a 10% pre-tax profit. When you look out in the future and see 25%, and say that for every dollar of sales, there is a 50 cent cost of goods sold or service provided, leaves you with a 50% margin. And then your total operating expenses are 25 cents on the dollar, that leaves you with a pre-tax profit of 25% relative to the 10% at point A. In looking at those components, you see that there has to be an improvement in the total operating expenses. If that's the area then you focus on, that's how you focus. Now, it could be that there's an improvement in cost of goods sold that's in the mix as well. Then whomsoever is responsible for that area, their job is to get from point A to B. Of course, you talk to these people as you proceed. I hope that's clear. The next component in the next video in this series, we're going to focus on the will to succeed, or your personal determination, which is very much important. Thank you.